I had a little bit of an accident, okay? Jordan, is there anything that you can't do? See, everyone's pretending to work, but you love it, don't you? You love working there. Yeah. She has to say that, she's on the video. He's done so well recently, but he's really stitched us up. Typical Charlie fashion, like just so disorganised. Okay. Just had Jacko come to me and said, do you want the good news or the bad news? Hello everybody and welcome to the first uSports Weekly. In this video series, we're going to be showing you every week the ins and the outs of running a 7-figure business. If you don't know uSports already, I started it 6 years ago, just myself with a bag of footballs. We're now a team of over 130 people working across the Thames Valley, but also we're expanding nationally. We're in Bristol and we're in Welwyn Garden City. So today, I'm going to be showing you inside the office. I'm going to show you some of the things that are going on, show you a little bit more behind the scenes of the sales, the recruitment, everything that's going on in the business. So before we go anywhere, you might be looking at this van thinking, what is going on with this van? Well, I had a little bit of an accident, okay, and I didn't poo myself. It was a different type of accident, and I smashed the van into a little bollard on the left-hand side. I just didn't see it, which meant that the whole thing got damaged and all the wrap needs redoing. So we're getting a wrap done, hopefully in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So you might be able to see that in one of the future videos. Look at this number plate. Really proud of this number plate. I think on any other car it would just look completely random, but obviously on here it was 350 quid. I think it just matches uSports perfectly. So yeah, going into the office. So this is where we're based. We've got 2 offices in here. The first one I'll show you is our downstairs office, and it's nothing special in here. The whole building is shared across a number of different businesses. So this is mine and Steph's office down here. This is our office where, you know, a little bit of a cozy sort of area here where we can just sit down and have meetings, or if I just need to get my headphones on and work away, then I can sit down at a desk, just get things done, video calls and stuff like that. Plus, if other people in the office are struggling, they're more than welcome to come down here, and they just, you know, it's just that quieter space, because you'll see in a minute when we go upstairs how much noise and things are going on in that office. It can be sometimes quite difficult to focus on what you're doing. I wanted to show you this. This is my trophy that I was awarded Young Entrepreneur of the Year for the South East of England 2023. And this is probably one of the biggest awards that you can win in the UK. So right now is the 26th of March, Tuesday 26th of March, which means we've got 2 days until Bank Holiday Friday, and then camps start next week. So we've got to get as many people booked onto our camps as we possibly can. And we've got new schools starting after Easter. And there's even a few schools who haven't confirmed for after Easter that we need to try and lock in. So into the office, see everyone's pretending to work, and they're not like just talking between themselves. We've got 14 venues running just in the Thames Valley area next week, which means that every venue needs to have prizes, needs to have all the first aid kits, all the other bits and pieces. So that's going on. To the side here, you can see our storage area. And again, this gets really messy this time of year. I blame Kat, our holiday camp manager, because it's normally really tidy. And then the week before Easter, we'll go to Kat in a minute. She hasn't got a mic at the moment, so she can't say anything. Excellent. But now, if I now come and introduce you to Kat, obviously you've got 14 camps running next week. How many bookings have we got so far?
I think we're just under 2,000 now.
How many bookings will come in between now and like Tuesday when camps start next week?
Definitely some of our bigger camps, they'll probably see like a double in size. So we've got sort of 40 or 50 on a day, that will easily double. And
I wanted to talk about the realities of running a business as well. Now, yes, we've got 14 camps, and loads of them are really good. They're profitable already, and they're going to be successful. But we've got 1 or 2 camps that we need to make sure get the numbers over the next few weeks. So we've got 2 challenges. One is people need to know what's going on, but then the second, and what camps are running. But then the second one is obviously they then come to camps, and we need to make sure those kids have like the most incredible day of their life. So Kat's job is so strange, really, because it's like 5 or 6 weeks throughout school time. She's planning for camps, and then it's like a week or 2 weeks of all these camps all run at the same time, trying to make sure the quality is good. But you love it, don't you? You love working there. Yeah. She has to say that. She's on the video. So before I jumped on the video, actually, we had a text from one of our clients, and they've reached out to us saying, "Oh, can we provide 2 volleyball coaches for a couple of weeks in July. Now, I haven't told Jay this yet. So Jay, who is our recruitment manager. So basically, we've just had a company go, right, we want 2 weeks of volleyball coaching, similar to the tennis work and the basketball work that we've got in summer. Basically, you don't know about this, but do you think you'll be able to get two volleyball coaches for a couple of weeks?
We'll give it a go.
You give it a go. So what Jay will do is you'll jump on, you'll get job adverts online, start screening people, get them in for practical interviews. But Jay, you've got so many people to recruit at the moment. We've got, do you want to talk us through who we are, like what we're trying to recruit for right now?
Yeah, so at the moment, Jordan, our sales manager, has got a really good relationship with kind of the Afghan refugee community. So we got an Indeed job advert up yesterday for a kind of like a specialist to go in to deliver to these refugees. We had 2 applicants this morning. We've also got a job advert for like a part-time sports coach, full-time sports coach in the core area, also in the Welling and Bristol areas as well.
Yeah. Often I said to Jay before he started, Jay's been here like 2 months?
Yeah,
2 months now. But before he started, sometimes we feel like we're a sports coaching company, and yes, we are, but half the time we're recruitment. Like, yes, we get new work in, but there's no point getting new work in if we can't get staff into it. So yeah, I think it's pretty, like, hopefully we can get that in, and if you can actually put that on if you can start advertising for that volleyball. And yeah, Jordan's good at everything, isn't he? Jordan, is there anything that you can't do?
Sales.
Jay says sales. Well, tell me what you are doing.
Well, right now?
Yeah.
Right now I'm just following up all of my warm leads that I created about a month ago.
Yeah.
Just kind of like designed a follow-up email, which is like short and brief, get to the point. And I'm just pinging it out to all of them at the moment.
Yeah.
Probably about 30 schools now. I'm just following it up.
Yeah. And anything you would say, like, that you've learned from selling to schools? What do you think, if anybody else was doing it, what would you recommend to them?
Consistency is key, I reckon, definitely. More than 90% of my sales have come from at least 13 points of contact with me following up at school. So like, that's 13 attempts for me to contact the school with no reply. So persistence is key.
Amazing, isn't it? You contact them and you go, yeah, even if they come to us and they show an interest, and then they go cold and and really quiet, and then you're chasing them up, and all of a sudden it comes in, a big contract. But he's done so well recently, but he's really stitched us up because we've got all of a sudden we've got to try and find 60 hours worth of work. We've been offered work where it's two different schools, and they want a positive role model going into these schools to help children who are struggling in class. It's fantastic. So we've got so many hours, 60 hours after Easter that's starting. Now, just put that into context. When I started uSports, the first year of uSports, after 12 months of running it, I didn't have 50 hours worth of work. So to have 60 hours coming in just after Easter just shows you the scale that everything's moving on as well. Other things that are going on. Anyone else want to jump on this on our little podcast? Right, so it's Tuesday afternoon now, and the 60 hours worth of work that we needed to cover, we are 90% of the way there. Fingers crossed. We think we've got a lad who used to work for us for about 3 or 4 years actually. He's coming back, and he's interested in taking on one of those pieces of work, which is work all day every day. And we've got we've had a couple of contacts from our existing coaches who might be able to do the all day every day at the other school. So fingers crossed they'll be locked in at least by the end of tomorrow. But also we had a really good inquiry come in this afternoon, and it was from an organisation who work with children from all different countries, and they come over and do like a language school in the UK. And this one particular setting, it's a fantastic venue, really lovely independent school, and they're interested in bringing us in to deliver a football academy and a basketball academy for these foreign students, which is obviously fantastic news. What we're going to have to do is look at redeploying some of the staff members that we've already got in for summer. Or alternatively, we'll be looking at recruiting for that as well. So not only did we have the volleyball session come in this morning, we've just had these two, the basketball and the football. So they're big contracts. It's like high quality, real premium, not elite coaching, but it's like that high standard. Children come over from different countries. They want to experience like real good English coaching at a fantastic independent school, great facilities. Okay, so it's Wednesday morning and I've actually been in the office getting really early this morning, about 6:45 I got in. And one of those tasks I've given myself is to not only release the uSports Weekly, but we're also going to be releasing a podcast, a brand new podcast. So what we had to do, we had to come up with a name, we had to come up with the description and the logo and all that sort of stuff. So I was getting on with that this morning and last night. And so it's going to be called Let's Talk uSports. Okay, so I've just realised that it is somebody's last day in a school today, and it's actually a lady called Jamie, and it was her. I knew her before I started uSports, and I was working for another company, and basically that company, we fell out, and I didn't have a job after like one day, went in, next day didn't have a job, and I was absolutely devastated at the time. And I remember going into that school, and they said, "Look, Charlie, if you set up your own business, we'll take you on." And they were our first school, and it was without somebody turning around and saying that to me, I'm not sure uSports would have ever started. So both Jamie, Helly and Karina at the school, who just meant so much to me. And yeah, it's Jamie's last day today. She's the business manager at that school, so just wanted to go and surprise her with maybe a bunch of flowers and some chocolates. Rightio, so I've got my presents. I'm going to give her a nice bottle of red wine. Who doesn't like red wine? Some chocolate and questionable, a little £3.25 succulent. See if that goes down well. What do you think, Rocco? Oh, don't eat it. Okay. So that's just typical Charlie fashion, like just so disorganised, and I genuinely can't believe how disorganised I am. I put a post out on LinkedIn a couple of weeks ago. I missed 3 really important meetings in 7 days, and this again is just like, I knew I wanted to drop this stuff off for the last 3 weeks, and I just haven't got around to doing it. Leave it to the last minute, and the school's on an inset day and haven't had a chance to say goodbye. Luckily, nowhere she lives, so I dropped it off with her daughter, but it's just not the same. But hopefully I'll maybe catch up with her. It's the little things that really matter, and I still think she'll appreciate the thought of it, but it's just so disorganised sometimes, and it does bother me. But yeah, I guess again it's what's going on. You've got so many things every day happening in the business, and it's just something that slipped my mind, but I won't beat myself up too much. So Thursday morning, just had some really good news come in, which we'll share with Jordan. We'll get Jordan on the camera now. Right, so Jordan, can you just talk us through what's just happened?
Right, so yesterday we thought we was losing the contract and was all like trying to find work really quickly, and then this morning we had a coach going for a trial shift at the school we thought was losing the contract at, spoke to the Senko, and turns out the school like kind of almost mini petitioned to keep our coach there. So yeah, found out that they want to keep her, and then also found out they want to make her full time as well. It was a part-time contract, and they want to make it full time eventually as well. So yeah,
perfect. So we had that. Thank you, Jordan. And then on a separate note, we also had another coach going in for a trial session for another big contract. And Jay, you sorted this one out. So we had a request for a coach all day, every day. When did that request come in?
The request came in last week, midway through last week, for 9 till 3 every day, Monday to Friday.
And we didn't have anybody available at the time, did we? So
yesterday we had an applicant, and luckily we could book her in this morning for a trial shift. She said the trial shift's gone really well, so great news.
Right, before you do that, we need to get the bell ringing, boys, because you've had a good morning. So both of you got to ring it together, I think. That's good. Okay. Oh, we just realised Louise is on the phone. So, whoops. Well done, boys.
So don't do it, don't regret it.
Well, that's it, and that's what we love, celebrating the little wins, because we've always said it's not one contract that pushes the business that big step forward. It's just all the little wins, whether that's 1 hour, 10 hours, 30 hours, and just the next new coach who comes in, everything about being able to build the business and keep the quality on the ground as well. Right, what do we have here, Millie? Look at all this brand new kit, but it's not just brand new kit that's come. It is brand new kit that we've changed over to a new brand, Canterbury, from Nike. See if this fits. What's this? I am a large, but let's go for a medium just in case.
Different.
Get some. Problem is, we had all Nike stuff, and they kept changing it, and the quality was really bad. So we've moved over to this, and look at that, brand new coat. Feels really good, nice and waterproof. And the new coaches will be happy. And there might be a few coaches who have been wearing the same jacket for the last 4 years or whatever. They might be wanting a new one, but at this rate, this looks really good. Happy with that.
12.
Well done, Steph.
12.
A 12. Millie wants a 12. There you go. All right, nice one. So we've just had Jacko come to me, said, "Do you want the good news or the bad news?" And this is what it was.
Yeah, so we've been chasing up a contract over in Dallas for a little while. We thought it wasn't coming in, but they've just let us know they want a trial shift straight after Easter with potentially 2-3 days of PE. So puts us a little bit tight with staffing, but we're going to give it a go.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, you're 1 minute you feel like you're short staffed, and the next minute you've got like too much staff, and it's just a constant balance of trying to get everything right. But how did that one come in? Can you remember?
I think this particular one was recommended through one of our current schools.
Nice one. This is Jacko. He's our schools manager. He actually started as a mentor, wasn't it? A mentor, yeah. And then like his mentor contract was coming to the end, and then this new schools manager role came up, and we're like, "Oh, Jack, do you want to do it?" At the time, I think we had 300 hours a week. Something like that?
Yeah.
What were we at for after Easter, do you know?
Around 750.
Yeah, nice. So it's like over doubled in that time, which is pretty cool. So that's Jacko. Yeah.
It's on hold.
Okay. Yeah, nice one. So I'm about to speak to one of the biggest booking providers in the UK. Basically, they want to let us do a guest post. Well, I'm hoping they'll let us do a guest post, because that way they'll put a link to our website, which means we rank higher up on Google. So fingers crossed. Cheers, mate. All the best. Thanks. Right, so this is actually our booking provider. So one of the biggest booking providers in the UK, and I just randomly messaged out to him. I said, "Look, can we do a blog together? Because I'm trying to get more backlinks, they're called." We managed to divert that into talking about the finances and the fees that we're paying. And across the business, we've just been able to drop the fees by 0.3%, which doesn't sound like a huge amount. But when I put that into the calculator, that will be... Oh, where's the calculator? That we're probably just saves about £1,200 over the next year. And I'm not somebody to focus on saving money all the time, saving money. I'm more about like, let's grow the business, and that solves a lot of your problems rather than worrying about how much you're spending all the time. But 95% of the time on growing the business, 5% on just trying to reduce the costs, and that's why, there, just ask a question, we've just saved ourselves £1,200. So that's a little win. So you might have noticed we're in a bit of a different setup. Got all the mics set up, the boom arm, all this sort of stuff. And we've had the lights set up for like a few months now, for about 6-7 months. But we've just invested in brand new mic, little boom arm, there's a few other bits as well with it, and we've got 2 of these. We've got the lights. So in total, this is probably costing us about £1,000 now, all the setup we've got here, and it just means that the content that we put out just looks even sharper, looks neat and tidy. But we're there now. Millie's edited the majority of the first podcast. Hopefully you've enjoyed this weekly. We're going to be doing this every week, so podcasts are going to be coming out on a Thursday at 3 p.m. So sports coaches and teachers can listen to that podcast in their drive home on a Thursday. And the uSports Weekly will be coming out every Sunday at 6 a.m. So 6 a.m. you can wake up Sunday morning, straight away you're going to be able to watch our uSports Weekly. And we are committing to this. This is going on every week. Millie's not going to let me slip. We're going to work on this together. So please do share it, like, comment, and just put it into, if you're in other groups who you think people people might be interested in what it's like running a small business in the UK, and maybe you're a sports coach, maybe you're not, but you just enjoyed today's content, please do share it. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video.